Jeff Reed, New Mexico Twins champion. My wife, Catherine.
Okay. How long have you guys been married?
We are coming up on 11 years, so
11.
yeah, not quite.
All the way from New Mexico, United Parcel Service, Jeff Reed.
All right, Jeff, you had quite the year at Nationals this year, your first Nationals.
Yep, I did.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you did and how you feel about it?
No, I made the runoff, finished in 5th place in the Twins class, and was National Rookie of the Year.
That is quite the honor.
Yeah, it was. It was quite an honor and quite surprising.
What was your introduction? Let's start with that, to competition. Who got you into this, and how did that come to be?
Yeah, so one of our drivers was involved with a local Phoenix rodeo in 2024. There was 5 of our guys, I believe, that did the state competition for the first time in 2024. I was not obviously in that. They'd asked me 2025. He had talked to me about it, and I'm like, oh, book and studying. I was like, nah. So I passed on 2024. 2025 comes around. He starts talking to me again, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like fun. Okay, I'll do it. Didn't see anybody, didn't talk to anybody for like a week and a half. And I'm like, okay, I don't have time for this. I got too much going on. I'm not going to do it. That day I see my manager, and he first thing he says is, I'm about to leave. And he's like, oh, are we going to get you signed up? And I was like, okay, let's do it. So I was that close to not even, doing it again.
But you are not the only one with that sort of story where they're like, man, when I look back on it and how close this came to not happening.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
That's a lot of people. And then fate has it.
Yeah.
They said yes.
Yeah. And I got that book. This was maybe 2 weeks and 2 days before state. So I had that amount of time to prepare for it and everything. And I was able to practice, I believe it was one weekend I think I did maybe three pre-trips. And, fortunately I think one of the days I practiced, I was the only one doing twins. So I just kept going on our little, whoever made up, stuff with cardboard boxes and driving over that. We didn't have anything special. We haven't had that much, nobody went beyond state with us. So
it takes time to build up a proper practice rig where you've got nice gates and you've got a good collection of cones and scoring pads.
Yep.
You don't start off and do all that on day one.
No.
That slowly comes to be once you're getting more and more serious.
Right.
Then you slowly step your practices up.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, that's a pretty common story that like, hey man, what were you using in the beginning?
Right.
Pallets, rocks.
Yeah.
Little hashes of white spray paint.
Yeah.
It's just you make it work.
Right. Yeah. And that's what we did. And then went to state, was I guess a good experience. Afterwards I just thought I did terrible. But it was like there was all that kind of pent up nervousness or whatever. And after it was done, I mean, I was just like, I was ready to almost break down because it was that, stressful. And then found out later that somebody had said they saw my score and I did really well on the drive. And I'm like, well, okay. I had no expectations. And that evening with the banquet, my teammates were saying they were sure I was going to be, like rookie of the year, this and that. And at first I didn't have that, but there was some miscommunication on who were our rookies, and none of us got put into rookies.
So they had to retally once they realized who the rookies really were.
Yeah.
And that brings us up through an awful lot of this through state. So then we know we're going to nationals.
Yep.
I know you made it to the Reno practice.
Yes, I did.
Tell me a little bit. We don't have to burn a ton of time on it, but tell me a little bit about that experience, given that up to this point, you still haven't spent a lot of time around this sort of caliber of driver.
So right after state, I'm starting to get calls from Mike Mattingly, Paula Newling, and drivers that I'd never even met. Congratulating me.
The system noticed you.
Yes, yeah. What did I get myself into? It's like, careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
But they with the Reno, everybody was saying these are the guys to go practice with, and then of course you hear about the Chicago guys, and they've got a great program.
There are multiple places around the country, but if you are out west,
right,
Reno's the place.
Yeah.
And you figure out a way to get yourself to Reno if you really want to turn some heads at nationals.
Yeah. And I went there and plus all the guys.
Plus you got Pete. Pete
at this
point, Pete doesn't miss Reno.
Little Eric and then Big Eric and Greg and all these guys start coming in there, and Alan was, all of them were just so welcoming, and you were immediately one of the family, which was just, which was awesome. Here I am coming in, and all these guys are sharing everything that they know with us. And I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the friendships that I had made.
So take me back up to nationals now. So we got great performance at the state level in place. We've now met the right people to practice with. We're getting knowledge from the people that know how to win.
Yep.
So now we're at nationals.
Well, I got to stop you because I would be remiss, I guess is the right word, to not say how being on the phone every day, studying the book with, Miguel and Dustin from Chicago, Kevin from New Jersey. I mean, it was like every day we had like this little kind of a core group, and then people were coming in and out all the time.
Exactly.
They made,
and let's bring Colt into that as well.
Yeah.
Colt for like having the forethought to think that like, hey, we need a new kind of online venue. The group calls, we could be doing more. We're not leveraging the technology and the resources available to us. I think we're leaving something on the table by not. There are real points on the board this year across the country because of that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
there are hundreds, if not thousands of points that we all collectively scored because of that.
Yeah. And again, everybody's just trying to make everybody else better. Nobody's holding back on anything.
So you've got all these people. You're talking to the right people. You're practicing with the right people. You've got the knowledge in your head now.
Right.
Take me to you finish your finals run, your runoff. What are you hearing from other drivers and from the wife at this point?
After finals, during finals, I felt like I figured I was kind of in fifth place. I got to go for it. I got to drive aggressively. And I think it maybe was a little too aggressive. But afterwards, I knew I missed a couple things, and I was okay because I did my best. I did what I thought I needed to do. I wasn't timid, and you know what? Things fell where they fell. If you'd have told me before all this started that I would have even made it to the nationals, I would have been okay. That's awesome. If you'd have told me I made it to the finals in the runoff, oh, that's even more awesome. The banquet was amazing, just walking in and having that kind of the parade of I don't know what you want to call it, parade of champions. I'm not sure if that's what they'd called it.
But the you're right, the energy in that room.
The energy, everybody just kind of clapping and giving you high fives going through there, and then going through the team, getting all the hugs and handshakes from the team because couldn't have done it without all their support. And then being able to walk across that stage with my wife, who was such a support throughout that whole process. I just want to say what an experience it was. And, there are so many people to thank, because everybody, whether it was even the package car guys, which we're not competing against each other, but just the feeling of family that they extended to me and my wife, and making both of us feel, like we're a part of the team, was just huge. And so it was a very positive experience. And, I love my UPS teammates.